to our 2-minute summary, as time is really flying here. And this is a question for Russ Hauge, but also it will be applicable to Bruce as well. And the question is, during your time serving as Kitsap County prosecutor, what was your greatest accomplishment?
I think the moment I felt the most proud personally was when I received the Professionalism Award from my peers in the County Bar Association. In terms of my pride in the office as a whole, I would say it is, as we face these budget cuts the last couple of years, we've actually said goodbye to colleagues. We've had to say we can't support you anymore. But yet, my lawyers, my support staff have continued to keep in mind that the primary obligation is to try cases and serve victims. Try the tough cases, give victims what we can. And really every day when I go to work and see those people doing what they can out of a sense of public service, I feel very, very proud.
Thank you. And Bruce, what would you say is your greatest accomplishment?
On the professional end, personal end, I think having a beautiful daughter, but that's an aside. Reuniting a father with his children after the mother had absconded with them to Kansas. There have been so many cases that I have helped so many different people that it's tough to summarize them, but helping someone through a difficult childhood, through the juvenile justice system, getting them started on the right path, turning somebody from, matter of fact, they're working for the King County Superior Court now, they were going down a path that wasn't right. And that wasn't so much as an attorney, but I did it as a friend using my legal expertise, I should say, to kind of guide them. And I'm very, very happy how that turned out.
Thank you. All right, so now we move into the 2-minute summaries. Before we do that, a couple of quick announcements. Number one is if you bought breakfast today, please pay for it. Otherwise, Phyllis will tackle you out in the and we actually happen to have prosecuting attorneys available to speed things up for a quick and speedy trial. Second thing is also to remind you about our general membership luncheon, which are usually very excellent educational events. We invite you to join us. And this one, next one coming up on August 17th, sponsored by, we have Mike Stroop speaking to us about the Chamber membership. Last announcement I have is a reminder that actually next week is August 17th. Isn't that primary day?
Yes,
yeah. By gosh. But we actually have Senator 35th District candidates here. We have Tim Sheldon and Nancy Grandma Wilson. And that's the official name on the ballot, folks. So be sure to join us next week for an exciting senatorial debate in public forum. Now we'd like to close with giving our candidates an opportunity for speak for 2 minutes in summary. We started this morning off with Bruce. I would like to conclude by having Russ start us off, please.
My opponents talked about auditing our cases and going through them one by one. We did that 16 years ago. We found a number of cases that, quite frankly, just had to be dismissed because the statute of limitations had run. They'd been forgotten. I vowed at that point never to let that happen again. Every case in our office is accounted for at any time. If any person has any inquiry about any particular case or group of cases or kind of cases, they can find that out at any time. Next, I guess I'd like to tell you what else I found when I walked into the office that first day, January 1st, 1995. We had 4 capital murders pending, and we could have that again next Monday. There's no way to predict what kind of tragedies will occur, what kind of tragedies we'll respond to. And the question is really, who do you want at the helm when you're facing that kind of challenge? You want someone who's devoted, his career to becoming the best prosecutor possible, someone who spent his career learning how to do that job, how to handle that responsibility? Do you want someone who has made his office the most accountable and transparent in the state, one of the most innovative in the state? It's been recognized both by the County Bar Association and the state level, and at the state level. If that's what you want, and I think submit to you that would be in your best interest, then I'm your best choice.
Thank you. Bruce?
Mr. Hauge pointed out he's been in office 16 years. It's a long time. And he has done some good things in that office. I cannot begrudge him that. But I can also point out that his office has, on many occasions, been less than forthcoming with our citizens, with our public document requests. At times charging people that shouldn't have been charged. That a comprehensive review of the charging documents, the facts, would not have resulted in criminal prosecutions. As so often has happened, they've either been acquitted or it's been overturned on appeal. We have to recognize that each time a charge is leveled against a citizen in this county, it can have devastating effects upon them and their families. That we need a comprehensive review. We need fresh eyes looking at this department and a change in direction which isn't focused strictly on trying to see how many cases we can take to trial, but focusing on what kind of cases do need to go to trial and the effective use of the resources that we have. I submit to you that it is time for us to make a change in the way the operation of the County Prosecutor's Office has been doing business, and that I am the appropriate person to do so, that he has been at the helm, that we've had a number of problems, and I suggest that it's time to correct those problems.
Thank you. So with that, I commend both